Welcome back to the Hockey Show, and today I'm talking about the trade between the Tampa Bay Lightning and the Nashville Predators, with Tanner Jeannot shipped off to Tampa Bay. Now, the two teams played in Stadium Series against each other, of course, when they were Smashville and Bolts. And Tanner Jeannot has gone to that team he played against in the Tampa Bay Lightning. Now, this year he's not doing too good. Compared to his rookie season where he had 41 points and 24 goals in 81 games played, last year he was top 3 in Calder voting. Fantastic season. I actually went to see a Predators game, got to see him in person. He looked pretty good. He scored a goal, maybe. And he was a pretty good player, too. I watched him on the ice. He had an impact whenever he was out there. This year, not so much. 5 goals and 14 points. Now, of course, this could be the sophomore slump that a lot of players go through, especially, remember, when William Nylander did it. All players go through it by the seams of it. I mean, look at Mort Seider this year, the guy that beat him out for the Calder Trophy. Not doing too good this year, but I don't think anyone's writing Mort Seider off as a bust. I think everyone just goes through this phase where you go into the NHL, your dream has come true, and you're going to grab that brass ring. You've done it. You've worked so hard, and you're not going to let it go. You win the brass ring, either if you're Mort Seider or you just missed it, like if you're Tanner Jeannot. And then your next season followed up. You got a lot of high expectations to grow even further than what you were, and then you just can't get there. And I think that's what's happened to Jeannot, is that there was a lot of pressure on him this year to probably perform the same way they did. I especially expected him to get to 64 points, which is like his number. So I expected a lot more out of him as well, but it's obviously not happened. But I do think he can bounce back, and with the Tampa Bay Lightning, I would not be surprised if there was ever a team to have a bounce back with and have all the chances to succeed. The Lightning are a pretty good one to try to go out there and run with it and grab that brass ring again. So, on the flip side of it, though, before I talk a little bit more about everything, let's talk about the Nashville Predators. So the Nashville Predators receive Cal Foote in return, who's I think he's a pretty decent young defensive defenseman, and especially it's an interesting pickup for the Predators too. Is because I think we've all thought about them for the most part as being a pretty defensive giant, and they still kind of are. I mean, they got Ryan McDonough and Roman Josi. They had a young guy in Cal Foote. Ekholm. I mean, the whole team is studded with defense. I mean, the whole defense is studded. So, good pickup for them, I guess, kind of. It's kind of weird. On one hand, I'm like they're obviously trying to go through a rebuild, sort of, at this point, or at least trying to add in some pieces. And at the other hand, Cal Foote's been playing on the Lightning for a couple years now. Maybe it's also not. I don't know. It's a weird. I'll talk more about it after I go through what they all get. But they've also received a 3rd, 4th, and 5th round pick for this season from the Lightning, a 2nd round pick next year for 2024, and a 1st round with a condition on it in 2025. What a long ways away is that? And that condition is that it's top 10 protected, which would be kind of scary if in 2 years they have fallen all the way off a cliff and the Lightning are in the bottom 10. So, yeah. Anyways, so let's talk about the actual substance that they've gotten in return. So the Lightning receive a underwhelming, I would say his second year still a rookie, really. I mean, I know it's not by the definition a rookie, but still a young guy, still growing as a player, 25. After his rookie year, he's just not reaching those heights this year. So what do you trade for a guy like that? Well, you'd think at least a 1st round pick, because he still has a lot of upside to him, right? And then maybe, depending on what team it is, you could say maybe another 1st or a couple 2nds or something, or maybe one more prospect guy. Or, I mean, I guess how you look at it, maybe a veteran guy, right? You would think something like that. But the Lightning just go all the way, and they trade a young rookie sort of prospect in Cal Foote, a 1st, a 2nd, a 3rd, a 4th, and a 5th. They went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, I guess. I mean, the 1st round picks in 2 years, which is a real far ways away, kinda. So, I mean, it is just a strange kind of trade here. what was Tampa Bay thinking? I think this is a genius move for Tampa to bring in Jeannot, because I do think he will bounce back, and especially if they re-sign him and it bounces, and it's a trade like Brandon Hagel. I mean, just look at how good he's doing this year with 49 points in Tampa Bay. I mean, if this is one of those trades, I mean, Tampa Bay, Julian Breezeball is just a freaking genius, right? I mean, I do like this pickup. I really do. What the hell's the deal with the price tag? Just seems like a lot for an underwhelming this season Jeannot. I mean, it's kind of the opposite of Timo Meier, where Timo Meier is a superstar and the Sharks get nothing in return. This year, the Jeannot is playing not like a superstar, and they've given him. I mean, it's not a superstar giveaway, but I mean, still, I feel like that's a way overpriced for Tanner Jeannot at this point right now. They should take an opportunity and be like, hey, we know Jeannot's not doing too good this year. Let's knock off like that third, fourth, and fifth. Let's just do a first and a second and Cal Foot. But no, they just went all the way. So, yeah. I mean, I don't really think draft picks, especially that late, are worth anything anyways, but still, it just seems like a lot for just Tanner Jeannot. But I think it might be worth the price for Tampa at the end of the day, because if they can keep him on for a while and he turns out like Brandon Hagel and they can stick him on the second, or I mean, with the way this team is built, let's say it now, all four lines for Tampa Bay now is a freaking threat. What a lethal offense this team has from first, second, third, fourth line. All amazing. The fourth line might be a little weak, but that's because it's kind of built around Corey Perry and Pierre Bellemare, but they got the job done last season. Look at it. And then the third line now, Jeannot, Colton Ross, and, God, dude, who the hell was the last person? Was it Nick Paul, maybe? Yeah. I mean, that third line could be a second line on any other team, and they've got it on the third line, and especially if Jeannot clicks. If Jeannot clicks with this team, absolutely, I don't know how Tampa Bay does it. I mean, I do know how, because they actually find good players and bring them onto their team, and they just keep rejuvenating and keeping their team such a threat every single year. They're able to do it, and Jeannot is just another piece to the puzzle, because he's not going to be like a terrible player regardless of anything. He's still going to be good on Tampa. He's going to be good regardless, and he's going to be better on Tampa regardless of anything, because he's going to have way more help on Tampa than he did in Nashville. So overall, just a huge move for them. Just the price is so off. Now, let's just, once again, for Nashville, 5-star move for them, right? What else are they going to do at this point, right? I haven't gotten to them in my trade deadline assignment series with Nashville. I think they're actually the second team that I was supposed to do next. So, I haven't gotten to them, but what else is going to happen with them at this point? Are they going to go all the way, or was Tanner Jeannot the only piece? I mean, with what they got in return here, what the hell could they get if they try to trade away like Michael Granlund? So, I don't know. David Poile might be a genius over there. So, I don't know. Maybe he's got blackmail on Breezeball or something. So, I don't know. But with this trade, how much better is Tampa Bay? Well, they were already a superstar team, right? We know that, right? Tampa Bay is a freaking amazing team. But in the first round, most likely they're going to play Toronto, I believe, is going to be who they face off against. The rematch from last year. And adding Jeannot kind of being, once again, I don't know how I would describe his play style, but adding him to this team already, that was a amazing, incredible team, I don't think the Maple Leafs have a chance, and I don't think it's because Jeannot's on this team now. But last year seemed like the Maple Leaf season, and I've already talked about this in my predictions video, which I'm going to do another one of because I do one every month. So I don't think Toronto has a chance against Tampa Bay this year. Second round, though, most likely going to play the Bruins, right? The Lightning versus the Bruins. That might be the series where Jeannot makes a difference. Because a game between those two, the top lines match up against each other. The second lines match up against each other. The third line, though, is where you could see Ross Colton, Nick Paul, and Jeannot. That line, I would not be surprised, is the reason they win the Stanley Cup. Not because they're all going to get 20,000 points or something, but because they are going to score the goals when they need it. They're going to stick that line out there, and they're going to score the important goals. I'm calling it right now. That is going to be the important line for the Tampa Bay Lightning. Going into the conference finals, though, I mean, that's where things get so shaky. You never know who they're going to play against at that point. But once again, I got to say, Tampa Bay, if they were trying to go for 5 Stanley Cup finals in a row, they're doing such a good job of it. And, I mean, it's not like I need to say that for you to already know that. But I never write them off when it comes to winning the Stanley Cup. With this type of move, say Jeannot does pop off and he does go on and score 20 goals through, including the playoffs as well. Huge move. And he's got the upside to him too. So, just a genius move all around for the Tampa Bay Lightning. A weird giveaway, but at the same time, I gotta say, draft picks usually aren't worth anything. And to give up that many for a guy like Jeannot, if you're hoping and betting on becoming a superstar player, and say he pops off, clicks so well with Nikita Kucherov, there you go. So that is all I have to say about this trade between the Lightning and the Nashville Predators. So if you like this video, please feel free to pick up your free subscription down below by hitting that little red subscribe button. We're on the road to 100. We're almost there at 94. Come on, baby. Get me there. So anyways, thank you for watching this. Leave a like, not a dislike if you didn't like this video, but go down below and tell me how stupid I am. I know, this is ridiculous, right? Jeannot, he's not he's amazing, and I don't even know how you could call me stupid for this. I don't know how I could be wrong. Usually I don't know. Anyways, thank you for watching this, and until next time, too sweet. I hope you're having an amazing day, and ta-ta for now.